Hey TikTokers, it's Shiipty and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new. If you are new, hi, my name is Alyssa and welcome to my cozy corner of the internet. So guys, I am here and I know it's been a long time since you've seen me. Personally, I've just had a lot of stuff going on in my life and I've also just been really busy, and I figured I wanted to hop in and play The Sims, but honestly, I haven't touched The Sims in over a month and a half. And so I decided that as a way to softly get back into The Sims, I would create a household that I not only could play on my free time, but just something super casual that I could do with you guys. So thus created the sim here, Madison. Oh my gosh, I was about to say her name wrong. Madison Andrews. Madison Andrews is a young adult who has recently graduated from university and she is currently attending med school. And so I don't know where she's trying to go. Gosh, I forgot to turn off all of autonomy, and so she's just free roaming. And I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an introduction to her. First and foremost, though, I am going to change her outfit, and I do think that I'm going to turn autonomy off for this portion of the video. So yes, as mentioned, this is my sim, Madison Andrews, and I have a lot to inform you guys on Madison. I wanted to get you guys just as acquainted with her as I would be, and so we're going to do a little bit of an introduction, also some background to Madison. But Madison is, like I said, currently attending med school. She just recently graduated from the University of Brightchester. And with that came a lot of memories, good and bad. And so I guess we should probably just get into the first half of it, right? So I got Miss Madison comfortable on the couch because, guys, this is going to be a long, detailed story. So Madison actually just ended a very interesting relationship with an ex-boyfriend, and it started off as really just friends with benefits. Her best friend actually introduced her to him, and the tea behind that is that her best friend and her ex-boyfriend had a little baby type of relationship, I guess, when they were in elementary school. And so in a way, it was her friend's ex-boyfriend, but nothing super serious. But they really just started off as hookup buddies. And honestly, as they grew closer and they had more intimate talks, they really started to connect with one another. And they hit it off. They decided that they would start dating because, one, they were getting way too attached to one another and they just couldn't see themselves with anyone else. But ultimately, Joseph was the one who ended the relationship. Yes, Joseph is his name, and she may in fact be wearing his sweatshirt that she has yet to throw away, and the two of them have been apart for almost a year and a half now, but she just can't seem to let go of him or forget about him. So the reason Joseph decided to end the relationship with Madison was honestly because he was fighting more than what he had mentioned to her, things that he was dealing with that he hadn't come to terms with. And basically, a long story short, he was just afraid of commitment. And there is more to that, but Madison doesn't know any of that. She mostly just knows that he was not ready for a relationship, again, was afraid of commitment, and decided to end things with her. And she truly felt as though it was kind of a sloppy excuse because that's all he gave her. But if he had informed, oh my gosh, not the way. Guys, she's thinking about him. I told you, she cannot shake him. It has been a year and a half, and she just knows that no one can kiss her like Joseph. No one can touch her like Joseph. No one can make her feel the way Joseph made her feel. And so here she is, daydreaming about this man. Oh my gosh, I wish I could help her get over this. But yes, poor Madison cannot seem to shake Joseph whatsoever. Now, the other reason why they kind of broke things off was because they were under the impression that they would be in two different cities. But the job offer that Madison was given actually brought her to the same exact city that Joseph had moved to. Now, Joseph is in robotics and all of those things, and so he lives in the other half of the city, but they are definitely closer than what they presumed that they would be. And so she's just been thinking about him a lot more lately, possibly thinking that she could potentially run into him. And, you know, she just doesn't know exactly what she would even say if she saw him. Like, I still have your hoodie, your sweatshirt. I think about you all the time. I may, in fact, want to take you back regardless of the situation as to why you broke up with me, those kinds of things. But, you know, she's been trying to stay busy. Now, a lot of people would probably assume that Madison is 100% extrovert. No, she is an introvert. It's just her and her cat Matilda. And yes, Matilda is actually named after the character Matilda. If you guys have ever seen that movie, I'll pop it up on the screen. But she loves that movie, and Matilda can be a little mischievous and playful. And so that is where the name came from. But she actually adopted this cat with Joseph. And so Matilda also comes with a little bit of baggage. But we still love her regardless, and we weren't going to get rid of her. But yeah, it's just her and her cat chilling in this apartment. And I feel like the cold seasons make you want to be booed up even more so. But, you know, I did have plans for Madison today. Now, fun story, this sim was actually based on a character from a book that I was listening to. I'm not a fan of the book because I had a very different impression as to what it was going to be about. And then I didn't read anything about the book. It was suggested, and so I decided to read it and quickly decided that it was not for me. But Madison is based off of that character because I fell in love with her. I fell in love with her background story and her connection with the love interest in the story, you know, besides the other stuff. But yes, she is inspired by that character. And so if you have read this book, you might start to notice some similarities here. But Madison used to be a swimmer. She was actually a diver, and she had an injury many years ago, and swimming has just not been the same for her. And so occasionally she will go to the sports facility and work out and try to strengthen her training and all of that. Again, swimming is just something that she does in her free time, but it is definitely something that she enjoys. And so she does want to get better at it. Oh, look at her getting some snuggles in. Yes, yes, girl, get your kitty snuggles. But yeah, she really enjoys swimming. And since her injury, things have just been a little bit difficult, you know, for her to enjoy. And so she's been practicing a lot lately. But yeah, we may in fact need to clean before we go anywhere. You guys know that whenever I start a new current household, I absolutely love to have that fresh start, moving in and things like that. And so if you guys would like this layout, I actually found it on Pinterest. I wasn't able to find the actual link, but if I can find it, then I will have it in the description. But if I can't, then I will just leave the Pinterest link because I just copied the layout and, you know, put the bathrooms and the kitchen where they were intended to be because I couldn't find the download link. It may very well just be on the gallery, but I couldn't find it, but hopefully I will, and I'll be able to link it for you guys. But I am having a little bit of trouble with decoration. Like, I truly have no idea where to put anything. And so that's where I would love if you guys could like help me. I do think that I'm going to leave the computer over here and have the TV in this general area. But I was also wondering if I should in fact give her a fireplace, but I feel like I always do fireplaces. And so maybe I shouldn't. But just to give you guys another example, so this is the washroom. We have another bathroom here, which is like the guest bathroom. This is her bedroom, which I also have no idea what to do with it. And then we have our main bathroom, which has a walk-in closet, which I have yet to fill. But let me get her a vacuum cleaner so we can clean up her apartment really quickly. And then I do believe we're going to head out to the sport facility for the day. So I was able to get Madison a vacuum, and something tells me that this is just making her feel even more refreshed. All we need is a candle, but honestly, she hasn't even shopped for groceries yet. So she doesn't have a candle at all. But getting this place vacuumed up, I mean, we still have the boxes scattered everywhere, but this is a start, right? I mean, it's gonna make her feel a little bit better and possibly make her feel like she's made some sort of progress with moving in, even though we really haven't. But yeah, just cleaning this up. I'm actually surprised that Matilda is not afraid of the vacuum, but that's really cute. Look, see, we're getting phone calls left and right, and I just feel like honestly Madison would just ignore it. Like, do not disturb. I am free for the weekend. Leave me alone. She's that type of person. And also, speaking of which, because, you know, with her and the best friend that she made in college that introduced her to Joseph, I mean, things kind of went a little sideways after that. Let me just go ahead and get her dressed, and then we'll get her freshened up for the gym, and I will tell you guys more about that. So her best friend Ashlyn, and I mean, I say best friend very lightly. The only reason I say best friend is because she was so important to Madison at one point, and Madison just has a really hard time connecting with people. And so Ashlyn, I mean, I guess she is still kind of her best friend. But when things went left with Joseph, and before that, actually, it was weird because Joseph and Ashlyn were, of course, friends. You know, they had been friends for quite some time. But because Joseph was spending more time with Madison, not really talking to Ashlyn and not really hanging out with her as much anymore, Ashlyn started to develop a little bit of jealousy and actually would be nasty to Madison at times. And so, I mean, is she really a friend? Like, I don't know. But also, when they did break up, Ashlyn completely sided with Joseph on everything and had mentioned that she would stick by his side versus Madison's. Not that she should pick sides, but I mean, she should at least be on the fence between both of them, you know? But I'm gonna have her come over here, psych herself up, get focused for the gym, get hyped, get ready. She's like, it's a great day. It's gonna be a good day at the gym. You know, I'm gonna feel better, especially after getting in the water and swimming a little bit. And I mean, she has been doing really great with her swimming. I feel like she's improved a lot. The fitness skill, I've actually gotten it up a little bit to, yeah, level 7. We were level 5 the other day, and so I had her swim a bunch and I was able to get it to level 7. So we're moving. But diving, as you guys can see where she had the injury, she is kind of level 1 diving. So she's been struggling quite a bit with that. But let's have her use the restroom really quickly, brush our teeth, and then we're going to head over to the fitness center. So I actually built the fitness center, but low key, I had no time to finish it. And so it looks a little unfinished, but we're just gonna chop that up to the fact that maybe it's an up and coming like fitness center and they get donations from the community. And so that's why it looks a little unfinished. But I kind of like that idea. I feel like people would donate and try to help the fitness center become a little bit better and get more things offered there, like classes and, you know, different types of training out there. But you'll see, you guys will see. So Madison just arrived here to the fitness center, and I'll give you guys a brief tour. Like I said, it's unfinished, so please just forgive me. I feel like as I continue to do little updates on this current household, it'll change quite a bit. But this is kind of what it looks like right now. So I'll get Madison changed into her swimwear, and then I think that she's feeling a little confident today, so she might actually attempt a dive. I'm gonna have her attempt a swan dive, and again, I don't think that this is gonna go well at all, but she's gonna try it. But yeah, this is the swimming area. Let me pause it. This is the swimming area. I again have it set up to be very basic, very beginner friendly. And so it is like this. We have the locker, shower rooms, the bathrooms. We have a janitor, utility closet. Over here, this is my idea, right? So this is the strength training area where it's a lot of like muscle building, things like that. Boxing, whatever this is, kickboxing, a jump box. Out here we have the lobby area, which is again very basic. I feel like the community has gifted these plants to the gym or the fitness area. The fitness area is actually owned by a guy named Michael, who is actually really popular and had trained a lot of famous soccer players. And so we have some jerseys out here. But Michael will make an appearance every now and then and just say hi to everybody. He took all the money that he had earned from university and playing, and when he had his injury, which was a foul injury, he took all that money and created this area to where a bunch of people could come and practice and improve on their skills and just things that make them happy. And so it is a gym, but it's also, like I said, a little training rehab type deal. But yeah, we've been given all these plants here. Down this way we have like some extra bathrooms. When you go upstairs, there's this cycling room, which I feel like is more so like the top half is definitely the cardio area. So we have the cycling class up here. Over this way we have just like the cardio station. Again, very empty, but I'm not opposed to it. I do like it. And of course I went with like the most basic treadmill that I could, because again, I feel like they're starting out, and so maybe maybe this is like used gym equipment or just older gym equipment. We have this one here for like the doctors who want to monitor their patients and things like that. And then over here we have the soccer area, which I'm really happy about. I love soccer. And so we have this set up for them. Eventually, I would love to expand more on this or change things around a bit, like have a yoga area or possibly like bring the cycling class over here and make this the yoga studio. I wanted a basketball court as well, but I mean, I would probably have to expand a little bit more, but I do like the way that it came out just for like right now. But I am very eager to see how this dive goes for Madison. Again, not expecting much because she has not done this in a while. But wow, she actually landed that pretty well. Okay, Madison, I'm not upset about it. Let's swim some laps out here. Hopefully this makes her feel a little bit better. Now, some tea about Joseph. Joseph was also a swimmer. He never had an injury or anything like that, but he used to be very passionate about swimming, won a ton of competitions and things like that. And so whenever Madison does get in the water, she tends to think about Joseph a lot. Now, I thought that she would swim up and down this, but she's not. So I'm going to help her out a little bit so it doesn't look like she's swimming in a circle. So let's have her go up a few times and then we'll have her come back down. Look at her. Okay, Madison, you're doing great. I guess we'll just keep doing this back and forth. But yeah, when she gets in the water, she will occasionally think about Joseph. And so, I mean, I say occasionally, but honestly, probably all of the time. Now, does Madison want to be hung up on Joseph? Absolutely not. She hopes that one day she can get over him and move on, but it has just been really hard being in the place that he's supposed to be in, which is the city, doing the activity that they used to do together. I mean, it's really hard to move past this breakup for her, but she's hopeful. She's hopeful that maybe she can get through it and, you know, make amends or just closure with the relationship, because Joseph kind of didn't give that to her, right? They just kind of cut ties. But you guys know, as someone who has been in counseling and therapy and even physical therapy, but you guys know how much I love to incorporate counseling and things like that within my LPs, especially if you've been here for a while. I feel like every single one of my Sims have some form of counseling, whether that's mental, marriage, divorce. I have all of that here on the channel. But I do think that Madison would, you know, go through some type of counseling for her past. Again, this character, all the way up into the introduction of the potential love interest, is based off of the character from the book. And so the character in the book was experiencing some counseling due to some past things that happened. And I do want to carry that over into the sim, but I might ever so slightly change what occurred. And so she does have a counselor that, you know, she hasn't seen in a while. She still has her number. She could reach out to her if she really wanted to, but she has just been trying to aid things on her own. But honestly, I feel like she probably needs to talk to someone except for her cat. So we might have to eventually, you know, reach out to our counselor, but I'm going to have her come over here and sit on the bench. I do feel like we swam enough laps. She's probably exhausted at this point in time. I know that she's really hungry. And the one thing that she likes about the city is just being able to go out and get food whenever she wants. It is currently 5:58. So I feel like we've been here for a good amount of time. And so I'm going to have her just browse the web a little bit, look around, see what there is to offer, see who's open on Saturday at this time. I know that she's probably dying for some pho right now. I don't know, whenever it's cold and it's like winter season, I'm always craving pho. So I'm gonna like let that rub off on her too. Like maybe she wants some pho. But yeah, we are just looking up, see what's available. And you know, we'll go ahead and hop in the shower, get this chlorine off, and head on over to the city to grab a bite to eat. So we are here with Madison, and she just arrived to the restaurant. Now the time may seem a little different, and that is because my game crashed. What is a Sims experience without a crash of a game, you know? But we are here with Madison. She is here at the restaurant down from her house in San Myshuno in the Spice District. The Spice District is honestly my favorite because I just feel like it would offer so many different types of food options. But I'm gonna get Madison to change her outfit because I do have a variant of this outfit where the jacket is off. You guys know I do this all the time, and so this is what I picture she has on underneath the scarf, the jacket, and the earmuffs, and she is looking so cute. But we're gonna have her sit down at her table, and you know, I think that we are just gonna go ahead and order. I know that I already had pho on the mind, and so that is exactly what she's gonna get. Now, I do think that we're gonna treat ourselves to some bubble tea. I think we're gonna do, let's do the mango milk bubble tea, and then I hope that they have pho. I picked this restaurant because I was like, they should have it because it's called like pho something pho love. There we go. So let's see, seaweed ramen, beef ramen. Ah, here it is. Oh my gosh, I would love some pho right now, like really. But it's pretty cheap, and so that makes me really happy. I feel like also the best thing about living in the city is the prices, you know, all the mom and pop shops and things like that. But she's like, yeah, if I could get this, please. Thank you so much. And they're like, of course. Is this Clara? Oh, no, is Joanne Lincoln. Well, Joanne is adorable. But this is really cool. You can see the chef prepping everything, sitting at this table. I imagine this is almost like a bar seat type of deal. But this is really cool because you can watch the chef prep and cook and things like that. But while we wait, I was thinking about getting Madison on Cupid's Corner. Now, our Cupid's Corner, we haven't updated it since college. And so this might actually be the perfect time. Like, look at this. We don't even have a profile picture. So, you know what? Let's take a photo now. I mean, we're here at the restaurant. Maybe she just grabs like a quick selfie. I wouldn't imagine that she would stand up or anything like that. But oh gosh, we need a cute one. Can I get a cute one? None of the photos honestly were that great. So we're gonna have to go with this one. And I really wish we could just upload our own pictures. Like we could take a picture and then upload it. But let me go ahead and set her preferences. We're gonna take elders off, but you know, I don't think that she minds dating adults or talking to adults. But let's check out our matches and see what we have in our area or nearby. So there's Emery, there's Simeon, there's Skip. Dang, it's suggesting all the adults. There's Christopher, Elijah, Michael, Clement. Let's try to refresh. I mean, the water is looking a little murky. We have Wolfgang, Angelo, Moten, Yadil, nuclear waste. Oh no. And Gino. We have one more and it's Panya. We'll just check back in 12 hours because she's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I was thinking getting on Cupid's Corner, but you know, hey, it was worth a shot, right? She really is just, you know, wanting to get out, wanting to socialize with someone else again besides her cat. But hey, look, on the bright side, our food just arrived and I'm sure it is fantastic. The quality is normal, but look at our bubble tea. I mean, we didn't get to actually put the straw in. I wonder if she'll go ahead and pop the straw since we're sitting here at the table. Oh, she's just drinking with the plastic lid. You gotta pop the straw, honey. But look at this. What a vibe. And I'm sure she's like conversating with the chef as well, because I feel like that's normally what happens when you sit at these tables. People, you know, talk to the chef and stuff. I used to work at a sushi restaurant. It was actually hibachi, but I was a sushi waitress. And so that was what I did a lot of times, was just like socialize with the people there, you know, who sat at the bar and stuff. But the dinner is great. Our dinner was wonderful, actually. Let's just say wonderful. She's feeling energized and she is definitely feeling full after that experience. I do think that we might actually order some dessert. I feel like I don't ever do that with my Sims, but you know what? We're gonna attempt to get a dessert because maybe she wants something a little sweet tonight. And so let's see what they have on the menu. They have some lemon gelato, banana yogurt, halo halo, matcha tea cake, tricolor dango, and rice cake. I could never say no to anything matcha tea. So we're going to get a slice of matcha tea cake and get that brought out to us. This place is really busy tonight too. Like there's a lot of people coming by. We have just a bunch of random people from the city out here, but I just wanted to see who's around. So we have Christine, George, Rodwin Gnomes. Look at all these Sims. They look so cute. We got a little family over here. It looks like they came from Chestnut Ridge. We have Angie Sharp, we have Holden Sharp, and Gwendolyn Turncliffe. And then over here at this table, we've got Delilah London and Alone Sadia. But I'm just waiting for my cake. I don't even know if she placed the order yet. Wait for order to be delivered. Okay, so she did get it placed. But we're still doing good on time. She does have to use the restrooms, so I might actually have her get up really quickly to go to the bathroom real fast. Oh no, oh my gosh, I guess there's gonna be a line to go to the restroom because somebody else is already in here. No. Okay, well, she's just in here talking to herself, so I'm just gonna get her to leave, please, so I can pee. That was so awkward. I guess she heard her just like talking to herself, or maybe she left the door open. I don't know. That was weird, regardless. Oh my gosh, is this Katrina? It is Katrina Caliente. Hey, girl, hey. So dinner was amazing, and now Madison is just taking a stroll around the block here. We're just going for a little walk, which I have due to a mod. Love the modders in this community. But Madison is just on a little walk, you know, checking her phone and stuff like that. She really cannot believe that she created a Cupid's Corner account. I feel like she's still in disbelief because you guys know when you sign up, it starts to suggest your profile and say, you know, that you're in people's area, things like that. And so she is definitely starting to regret the decision a little bit, but she's gonna leave it up there. You know, she's hopeful that maybe she'll get some messages, or when it refreshes the next day, that maybe she will see someone that she could potentially be into. But yeah, she is just taking herself a little stroll around the block, and I mean, it's just one of those cozy nights in the city. But look at her, she is so stunning. Guys, I do want to take a moment to say, like, she is probably one of the cutest Sims I've created in a long time. It took me about 6 hours. You guys hear me? 6 hours to make this sim, but I mean, she is stunning and definitely worth the process that it took me to create her. But guys, I am going to wrap this part up right here. You guys will definitely be seeing Madison again because I'm having so much fun with her. She is absolutely precious, and I just feel like there's so much more to her story. And again, probably one of my favorite Sims I've created in a while. Just wanted to give a little update. I am still doing Kenny and Isaac's story. I am just working on the machinima aspects of it, and so it is coming. Do not worry. I am going to be uploading their story still. And I am also bringing back a certain family, possibly. It's been in high consideration, but they are definitely loved here on the channel, or were loved on the channel. And so I've been considering bringing them back, but we shall see. I am also going to be incorporating other forms of gameplay here on the channel, other not platforms, but other titles here on the channel. So if you guys are into that, definitely stick around. But I hope that you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give this video a like, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to become a tugboat if you aren't one already. I would really appreciate your love and support. And yes, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave those down below. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.